Hull City make 4 changes to the team which was beaten so badly by Barnsley, both physically on the pitch and mentally. It's Matt Ingram back in goal from recovering from protocols for concussion. The back 3 sees Alfie Jones come in with Sean McLaughlin and Jacob Greaves. We expect Regan Slater to potentially go right wing back with Fleming on the left. Doherty and Smallwood in the middle, Honeyman just in front of him, and Keane Lewis Potter we expect to go up front with Tyler Smith to try and bring some goals to Hull City's front line. And Edwards works the ball out wide. Going over towards Jason Knight. Fleming spots Peterborough a little bit cold. Fleming into the penalty area, tries to catch out the defence by playing it to Tyler Smith. And Fleming, from where I'm sitting, could maybe have tried a little side foot shot of his own to get his first ever goal as a professional. Not to be. The best chance Hull City have had by far. Really should have done much more with it, as Fleming tried to cross the ball along the deck into Tyler Smith. He did brilliantly on the far side to just nip in and win the ball back. The Peterborough United fans in a crescendo of noise could be silenced if Slater can get onto the cross. Peterborough head it away. Reece Brown can only head it up into the air. Keane Lewis Potter, now Doherty, can't move the ball to Fleming, but Keane Lewis Potter can. Fleming left hand side into the penalty area. Smith! Tyler Smith! First goal! The man who signed him has to watch him put in his first goal in the Championship. This time he connects with a low cross into the penalty area, and Tyler Smith has waited and waited for this moment. Netted in the cup v Everton, nets now against Peterborough. The Hull City fans are roaring away to my left hand side, and Peterborough have been silenced just as they were trying to motivate their team. They've got work to do now. It's Peterborough 0, Hull City 1. Fleming tried it earlier on, and Tyler Smith this time connecting. Little touch, it's all it needed, a delicate touch just to guide it past Bender into the back of the net. Only 3 times in matches so far this season have Peterborough actually gone in front first, and that same trend continues to bully them in this Championship season. Oliver Norburn, and he's played the ball through quite smartly into the feet of Harrison Burrows, who started at left back, ended up in a right wing position in that phase of play. Took the shot on, only to see it sail over the crossbar. McLaughlin will try and invite Morton to come towards him before playing it over towards Greaves. Into Fleming. Fleming now for Doherty. Doherty works it over towards Regan Slater, who will pester and battle. And the ball is pushed out towards Doherty, who pushes it through to KLP. Now he can trundle into the penalty area. Plenty getting back in blue. Fleming across. Oh, and Smith this time got a touch, but it just finds the open hands of the keeper. Fleming and Smith nearly combine once again. That is the formula that Hull City have to find further success. And the ball sits in the hands and the grasp of the goalkeeper rather than the back of the net. It remains Peterborough 0, Hull City 1. Working forwards. Ball through. Easily cut out again by the Tigers. Hull City have snuffed out how Peterborough want to try and get into the penalty area most times. And Keane Lewis Potter has ridden his challenge down that left-hand side again. Keane Lewis Potter with the cut back to Doherty. Doherty, his shot is saved. It was caught though in the end by Bender. He pushed it out in front of him inside the 6-yard box. No one running, man in black for Hull City. Instead the ball goes out wide towards Slater, into Smallwood. Along the deck it goes to Walsh on the right hand side. Plays a ball through to Smith, wants to hold it up in the penalty area right side. Plays it back to Smith, a ball roll, a cross into the area for Keane Lewis Potter. There's a few appeals for handball from the Hull City fans. Just trying to get in the referee's ear rather than a full-blown appeal. Keane Lewis Potter! Oh, what a hit! Keane Lewis Potter, same end he scored at last season, but this one ripped into the back of the net. Every outfield player is over to the faithful and the corner flag. Hull City 2-0 up. Peterborough again squander possession, and Hull City take advantage with an absolute ripper into the back of the net. It's Peterborough 0, Hull City 2. He smashed it from the edge of the area. Hull City tried to get it in a couple of times beforehand, and then Peterborough, seeing the ball pop towards Keane Lewis Potter, took it on, and that ball zipped. Joe Ward will catch it as it crosses, and Grant McCann and Cliff Byrne in conversation with how to change things on the football field. The most positive, bright asset that Hull City have, Keane Lewis Potter, has done them damage, and he might do them damage again as he intercepts. Keane Lewis Potter in the penalty area will play it to Smallwood. Smallwood strikes, it spins away from the target. He hit a thunderbolt in the warm-up, but I'll bet he wishes he could swap them now as Richie Smallwood's 20-yarder goes wide of the target. Sometimes in football all your luck comes at once, and Hull City at the moment are enjoying that luck. The men in black today, Hull City, are the ones controlling things. It's with Oliver Norburn into George Grant, pickpocketed by Keane Lewis Potter into the penalty area, pushes it under Bender, and Hull City go 3-0 up. Game, set and match now. Grant McCann's former employers have sunk his returning outfit, his old team, and he will need to mould a new team if he wants to keep Peterborough in the Championship. Keane Lewis Potter took the ball off George Grant, gallivanted into the penalty area and stuck it sweetly between the legs of Bender into the back of the net. The ball rolled, and Hull City out of sight. 3 goals and 3 points. Doherty, Ward intercepts now with Sean McLaughlin, wants to work it over to the right hand side. That was a bit sloppy this time by the Tigers, who can't lose their concentration. Hayden Coulson from left to right now strides into the final third. It's with Ward now to try and challenge with Fleming. Good looking ball played in with whip to the back post. It's gone over everyone's heads. Backtracking is George Grant. He will play it into the defensive lines again for Frankie Kirk from centre half to try and get the ball into the area. Finds Schmodix, who takes the shot on. Sat up for Ingram to just clutch into his hands and chest. Matt Ingram taking as much time as he can with 12 minutes to go. Hull City leading by 3 goals to 0. Middlesbrough have got one back against Barnsley. It's Barnsley 3, Middlesbrough 1, but every other team around Hull City from 16th, they are all losing. Peterborough still trying to come forward with effort, looking over at the technical areas. Grant McCann and Shoto Arveladze, both arms folded, and Grant McCann, for his return to London Road, knows the severity of his situation as the final whistle goes here at London Road. The Peterborough fans immediately head for the exits, and all the Hull City fans stand and applaud what has been arguably the best afternoon away from home in the Championship so far. They scored 3 here last year behind closed doors, but once they've been opened again following the COVID pandemic, they treated the fans, Hull City, to 3 goals again, and with a clean sheet to boot as well. The players head over to the away end. Shoto Arveladze's men have beaten Grant McCann's former men. His former men have come here and beaten him in his own backyard by 3 goals to 0.